The world as we know it is not what it seems. Our universe is gigantic, and it's even bigger and scarier than you think. Time exists simultaneously, and we live in just one path of the ever-expanding multiverse. But what happens when our reality crosses paths with another? Well, that, my friends, is a glitch in the Matrix. I'm Nat, and joining me, as always, is my best friend, Katie.
And she's excited.
And you are listening to Wading into the Void. Yo, my first, intro.
She wrote that damn thing. Oh my god.
Episode 41. It only took 40 episodes for me to write a cool intro.
We love it.
So, as you may have guessed, we're talking about Glitches in the Matrix Part 2 today.
Part 2.
We have some awesome stories, and most of these are going to be compiled from Reddit. With credit to the OP, the original poster. But before we get into these spooky, creepy, weird stories, I'm gonna read you some tarot.
I hope we have some good ones.
We do.
We're on that other level for this episode today.
Today, I've been so productive.
Not
at work. Not at work, because fuck that shit. But,
she's like, yeah.
I've made so many breakthroughs with Twitch, OnlyFans, Instagram, all of that stuff.
Can
the podcast.
You say entrepreneur?
Yeah, basically. But today we have some really interesting cards that I want to talk about after I read what they're about.
Hell yes. Okay. Serve it up.
The oracle for today, I decided to do the Rebel deck, the oracle with attitude.
We love
0 filter plus 0 fucks equals all fun. And it doesn't say who made the Rebel deck, but you can get the Rebel deck at rebeldeck.com.
Strongly suggest getting one.
Seriously, this deck is awesome.
It's
Every
fun.
single time it pulls something straight out of the abyss that I need to hear or that is just going on in my life, and it's crazy.
There's no fluff.
There's no fluff. And it's literally one sentence, if even. Like this one, this is all it says.
Yes.
It's just $3 signs, and then the back of it says "make it rain," which is literally all I've been doing today is talking about how I'm trying to make money and trying to do this, trying to do that, how I'm going to be self-employed by the end of 2023 and not work a 9-to-5 job. And that's my goal. I'm manifesting that shit. I'm trying to manifest this money, trying to make moves, and this card is bitch, yes you are.
We love it. Yes we do. Yes we do. Yes we do.
Yes.
And we're manifesting that energy for this show right here.
Yes, we are manifesting the self-employment bandwagon for the podcast.
Well, half.
I'm
I'm not trying to be fully self-employed. I need benefits.
You can buy your own benefits if you make enough money.
That should be expensive.
Yeah. Well, that's why we gotta make the money.
And I'm getting my master's degree paid for here, so...
That's true. So you can be our sugar mama.
Bitch, I can barely support myself. But yes, we manifesting that money and new relationships. I don't want to drop any names or tell them what we got going on, but we just had a really cool new contact, and we might have some pretty fucking amazing things coming up in the early part of this year.
Did we get a response?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
But someone, me, might be reaching out again.
You're like, bitch, respond!
I'm like, no, PR who? We pushy.
Yeah, we pushy. Alright, so, as you guys may have noticed, I don't know if you've noticed it already, but I'm wearing a wig right now. You can't see it, but I feel like you can tell.
I was just gonna say it.
My entire attitude is so different right now. I have so much more confidence when I don't look like a rat.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I have a waist-length wig on right now, and it's giving me life.
I told her as soon as, because we've mentioned a couple of times we don't sit next to each other and record. We pop on this little lovely Discord video chat. And as soon as she came on and she could hear me, because bitch had to put her headphones on, I was like, it's giving Rosalie Hale from Twilight vibes. And I was just like, I love it.
I thought you said Renesmee. I was like, what? But okay.
Rosalie! No! I'm like, you look like that little demon child thing that they made for the movie.
That's why I made like a baby, like, pouty face. Because I was like, okay, I guess I look like an ugly baby.
No, I'm like, wow, she's really serving that Rosalie Hale look right now.
I'm really just serving. I'm not even wearing makeup. I put on lipstick and I look a little scary still.
She put on, like, a little darker than bubblegum pink lipstick, which was matte. And then she put, like, this lip oil on top of it. And it was, like, Britney Spears, late 90s. And I'm just like, okay. Like, feel yourself.
Yeah, I'm not stuck on this look. I'm gonna change it, I think. But anyways,
we're here for our
tarot. Yeah, we're here for the wig, for sure.
And if you wonder why I'm acting this way, I took my, one of my gym supplements this morning that has natural caffeine in it. I only took half of the serving, but, like, that was getting to me today. And then I drank, like, a whole, like, 10-ounce latte. And I'm, like, ready to go.
Let's go. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate
waiting into the void?
Oh my god. This episode, we have fallen into the Matrix, and this is another universe of Nat and Kate. This you don't know these people. Okay, let's talk about the freaking tarot.
Let's do it.
This is too much. Okay. So we, of course, are going with the Wild Unknown Tarot Guidebook by Miss Kim Kranz. And today, we actually got the Ace of Swords. Okay. Which represents truth and mental clarity.
We need some of that right now.
Which, honestly, no, I feel like this, I'm gonna be self-employed by 2023. Like, that is my mental clarity right now. Like, I'm pushing every single thing that I can.
Well, there you go.
Right now. That's my truth. Like, I kind of just realized this is something that I love to do, and I literally cannot stand sitting in a, like, desk, or sitting at an office every single day doing literally the worst shit ever.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
Like, if I didn't enjoy what I did, I would be right there with you.
Yeah. So when lightning strikes, the whole world seems to light up for just 1 second. It's as though you can see everything, and this vision lingers on even through the storm. Such is the power of the Ace of Swords. Your mind will become clear, your thoughts precise. It's a great time to make those decisions you've been putting off.
Okay.
So...
It really said grabbing this from the spirit guides and putting it here.
Really, really, really. So, I really like those cards for today.
I love them.
It's just crazy. The Make It Rain one, I immediately saw while I was shuffling it and was like, this is the one. But yeah, that's the cards for today. So let's get into our topic.
Let's do it.
We have 5 stories from Reddit.
Okay.
From the r/glitch_in_the_matrix subreddit.
Hashtag long links.
And our first story I read earlier, and I was like, oh my god, if this happened to me, I would simply cry and pass away.
You're like, I would simply just ask to no longer exist.
Because I would be so heartbroken. So this is from user Objective Bitch.
Yes.
Honestly, that's me. But
and I just want to say before we dive in, I have not heard these before. Nat's reading them to me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm reacting.
I actually read these before I copied them, too.
Who is she, everyone?
Who is she? Anyways,
this is like a whole new personality. there was one. New year, new me, bitch. Oh my god.
No, there was one that I didn't read in its entirety because it was really long, but I read through it, kind of. All the other ones I read completely.
Okay.
So, this one is crazy. Just put yourself in this person's shoes, okay?
Okay.
This is the title. I just held my dead cat, and now she's okay.
Nope.
Katie's leaving. She actually got up and walked out of her room.
Okay, tell me about the dead cat.
Alright.
And then I'll share a weird story.
So I'm just gonna read these all word for word so you kind of get their voice. I'm still in shock. I don't know if this is the right sub for what I just experienced. It's 5:04 a.m. I woke up on the couch. I fell asleep watching Elf on TV. Honestly, that's like a good movie.
Happy holidays.
I woke up on the couch and my old lady, my 14-year-old Siamese cat, was cold and hard. She was dead. I screamed and cried as I clutched her cold, rigid body. I then put her body on my couch as I gathered my thoughts and went to the washroom to grab some tissues to wipe my tears and blow my nose. Next thing I know, my Siamese girl, who was rigid and cold seconds prior, walked in and rubbed herself on my leg. Cue in another scream of joy. What the fuck happened? I'm glad she's okay, but whatever happened almost gave me a heart attack. My husband thinks I'm crazy. Am I crazy? I have no more words.
I'm sorry for anyone who heard me inappropriate laugh, but like it was
just like
description.
What the fuck is this though? Like
I've never heard someone describe the dead corpse of their pet as rigid.
So that's what happens when they die.
Oh, I'm aware.
No, when I read this, I instantly screenshotted it because I had my own story to tell that doesn't have anything to do with glitches in the Matrix. Just for the listeners to really get to know me a little bit better.
I also have one to share.
Okay. So I was about 18 or 19 years old, I think, and over the summer, my dad had taken out the riding lawnmower out of the shed, and while he was backing out, something fell off of the mower, and it happened to be a baby mouse. I love all creatures, and I like rodents a lot. So I took it upon myself to take care of this baby mouse. For 3 days. I stimulated it to go to the bathroom. I fed it milk that I researched what milk is okay for baby mice, and I used a heating blanket and didn't sleep. I think I slept like 3 hours in 3 days, and this thing died. I fell asleep and I woke up and it was rock hard. And I felt so bad. I cried. Katie's laughing.
It's not funny. I'm laughing at the parallel of the story you're telling versus the one I'm going to tell.
But yeah, so I totally feel for this girl. If because I don't know. It's just crazy. I can't imagine if the fucking mouse had just randomly come back to life. I would have freaked out and cried even more.
I do not love all creatures. Rodents disturb me on a new level.
I love them. They're so cute.
But you know what? I'm glad that you love them because somebody needs to, right? It's not gonna be me, but I'm glad that somebody loves them. Now, I also feel for this girl, but kind of from a second-hand experience that my aunt had happened to her.
Okay.
So my aunt had these 2 cats for like a long ass time, right? From kittens to like when they passed on. And how long do cats live? Like 16 years, something like that. Like they were really old cats. She had them since like before I was born. And it's so fucked up. I'm sorry. She found one curled up on the couch, dead one day. It had passed, and that was traumatizing for her. So they buried it, you know. And then...
Oh, no. No.
She had 2. 2 weeks later, she comes home, and she's very into hand-knitted and crocheted quilts and things, and she walked into her bedroom when she got home from work, and the cat was, like, pounced going up onto the bed, and its claws got caught in the quilt on the edge of the bed, and it had passed away. So she came home, and the cat's just, like, rigid in the pouncing position, like literally hung on the edge of the bed, and she was so traumatized.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That's fucking horrifying!
Isn't that awful?
That's awful. Katie's like laughing her ass off because I get it. I get
it's
it.
So
you laugh.
fucked up.
You laugh at fucked up things. That's what I do too. That is so fucked up.
I mean, like, it's not even the actual fact that the cat died. It's, I can totally picture, like, her horrified face when she enters the room and sees it. Like, I know it's terrible, right? I understand, I get it. It's not a laughing matter. But, like, I can just picture the sheer horror, and then I'm trying to watch her husband, like, get this thing out of the bed, like, in my head, and I just know it was a disaster, and it makes me laugh. So, yeah, I feel for this girl, because can you imagine if you merged her story with my aunt's story? She wakes up and the cat's just, like, fucking rigid. Yeah.
Well, I thought you were gonna say
they buried the wrong cat.
Dug it out, dug out itself, and ended up inside. I would actually shit my pants if that happened.
No.
But, no. So somebody commented, Julian Appleby 5997 commented, down to 8 lives.
It's so wrong.
That's so fucked up. Anyways, yeah, that's a good first one.
Like, I'm not usually the type that laughs about animal deaths, okay? I cry at everything. But it's just the fact that, like, those stories are just so much that it's like, oh, okay. You can't help but laugh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do we have next?
So anyways, the next one is from user Mystical Fairy 2344.
Hell yeah. Mystical Fairy. There it is.
There
the first
she is.
One.
No, that was like my third so far. The yawns, they're back.
Clearly, as you can tell, I'm observant tonight.
Katie's like honing in on everything. She's got the like 500 times zoom on her eyeballs. Anyways, this one is called My Lost Ring Fell from the Sky.
Okay.
A couple of years ago, I lost a ring my grandmom got me for Christmas. I wore this ring 24/7 and rarely ever took it off. However, when I did take it off, I always put it in the same place so I wouldn't lose it.
Mm-hmm.
This ring meant a lot to me because sadly my grandmom passed away from cancer shortly after.
Aw, rip. That sounded insensitive. I didn't mean it to sound insensitive.
Aw, rip! One day, I remember looking down at my hand and starting to panic because my ring wasn't on my finger. Before getting really upset, I went and checked my usual spot where I put it, but it wasn't there. I remember telling my family and having them search the whole house. Anyways, I lost it a couple weeks before Christmas, so they told me they'd get me another.
Is this a holiday episode?
No. After they told me this, I went down to my basement to do my wash, and when I was putting my clothes in the dryer, I felt something hit my head and fall onto the floor in front of me. Lo and behold, it was my ring. It literally fell out of thin air. I told myself it was a little message from my grandmom, but it was one of the weirdest things. Still to this day, I think about it. That's kind of weird.
It is strange. I wonder if the grandma was like, you know what? I gave this to her, but, like, I'd really like it back in the afterlife. And then, like, she was, you know, chilling she was like, wherever.
Nah! She's like, I can't be selfish.
She's like, that's kind of mean. I didn't even tell her I took it. And then she's like,
ding! Chucks it at her head.
You're like, how do I get her to know?
Pegs her in the head. Dang! Alright. This next one is from Munchie612.
Okay. Little less creative of a name, but okay.
Yeah. And they titled this Most Puzzling Thing Ever. 40 plus years and still can't figure it out. I gotta reread that. That was a really big yawn.
I hope we keep that in.
No. I'll take it out. Or I won't. Who knows? We'll see. If I'm feeling a little spicy, and maybe I'll leave it in. So this one is called The Most Puzzling Thing Ever. 40 plus years and still can't figure it out.
My interest is piqued.
I was in my late 20s or early 30s. I'm in my 70s now. This bitch
and they know how to use Reddit?
Yeah!
I think we all need to give a round of applause. Okay.
Seriously, let's go.
I take back the snide remark about the uncreative name. You knew how to make one, so, like, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anyways, they're in their 70s and still amazed by this.
Damn, girl, where'd they come from? All the yachts.
Yeah, I don't know. I bought a silver ring at an art festival, had the ring part that goes on your finger cut off, and the rest of the ring made into a charm to wear on a chain.
Cute.
I wore it every day, 24/7. Never removed it, and constantly rubbed it like a worry stone because it was a cut off ring. It had a lumpy texture, and I was always playing with it.
You have ADHD. Munchie.
One night during intimacies with my then boyfriend, the pendant kept hitting him in the face.
Oh,
okay.
That's not what I thought they were going to say.
So I took it off and tossed it across the room onto the vanity table. I heard it hit the table and slide off, assuming it landed on the carpet. Next morning, couldn't find it. Not anywhere on the carpet. Not stuck to any part of the vanity. Not in any drawer. Nowhere. Oh yeah. Forgot to mention the chain it was on had a broken clasp and it closed with a safety pin. I had never had it repaired. Also, I always thought because I spent so much time rubbing this charm, if I ever lost it, it would find its way back to me. I often said this in a half-joking manner. So, about 6 months later, an acquaintance of mine, a friend of a friend, called me around 1 a.m., pleading with me to bring some migraine medication to her work, which was quite far away from my home.
Mm-hmm.
She was suffering, so I got the medicine and drove to her workplace at Parkway General Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
There were only 2 or 3 cars in the parking lot due to the time of day, with only me walking across the parking lot to the back entrance of the hospital, and one other person, a woman who was a housekeeper at the hospital by her uniform. I looked at her, and what the fuck? My necklace was around her neck. I was practically hypnotized as I walked towards her, and when I got to her, I reached for the charm pendant and said, "You're wearing my necklace, give it back to me." She said, "No, it's hers, that her brother had given it to her for her birthday." I said, "This is my necklace, and I want it back." I described the rough back to her and the broken chain, and she said, "That's my chain, it's broken and held together with a safety pin. Take it off." She did remove it, and yes, it was the broken chain with the safety pin. What the fuck? This is one of the ones I didn't really read. She said she wanted to call her brother, so we went into the hospital, walking down the empty hallways with me wondering if she was going to kill me there. We got a phone, and she dialed her brother's ? Number. While waiting for someone to answer, I came to my senses and said, "This is my necklace. I want it back, and I want it now. I'm not leaving here without it." Amazingly, she wordlessly took the necklace off and placed it over my head and on my neck. I said, "Thank you," and walked away to find my friend and give her the medicine. I asked anyone and everyone who might have been in my house since that night I tossed the necklace under the vanity table, and no one had been in my house or my bedroom since the night I tossed it onto the vanity. No one had vacuumed my carpet. I still cannot fathom how my necklace moved from my vanity in South Miami and ended up on the neck of a housekeeper who worked at a hospital 45 minutes north of my home. She was a perfect stranger to me. This is the glitchiest of all glitches that I've ever experienced.
Yeah, no, that one's a little strange. I will say she was a tad aggressive. Give me my necklace.
Just
now.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Like, she's lucky she didn't get stabbed.
Yeah.
And also, why was her friend that works at a hospital calling her to bring her migraine medication?
That doesn't make any sense to me.
If we got any nurses or anything, pop in and let us know. Do you guys, like, not have access to migraine medication? Because that seems a little suspect.
Yeah. That, I didn't even really think of that, but that is really weird.
I don't know. That one's strange.
Maybe she wasn't a nurse. Maybe she was, like, a cafeteria worker or something.
Yeah, but I still feel like you could go up to somebody and be like, "Hi, I have a migraine. Do you have Excedrin?" Like...
Yeah, I don't know.
At first, like, when we were going through the story, I was thinking she was having her rendezvous at the dude's house. And I was like, well, this dude totally just lied, said he didn't find the necklace, and then gave it to some other fling he was having. But since it was at her house, I was like, okay, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
A little glitchy in the Matrixy.
Yeah, definitely. So this next one is by user LastQueen86.
You're not the last, but okay. That's me.
Okay. This one is titled "My Daughter Disappeared."
Okay.
Gone girl, she said. She said, gone. Bye.
She said,
disappear.
Peace.
Peace. Like that one gif of the guy disappearing.
That's what I was just gonna say! That one meme where the guy's like...
Yeah. Alright, so... I went to the movies with my daughter. After the movie ended, we went to the restroom. I went inside the stall first. In the meantime, she went to another. When I was done, I washed my hands, dried them, and my daughter was there with me, and we walked out. By the time we came closer to the exit, I noticed she wasn't next to me anymore. I looked around and she was gone. I went outside to wait there for her. I thought maybe she lost something or forgot something. After a couple minutes, I called her and asked her where she is. She said, "I just got out of the bathroom and I'm waiting for you." I told her that I'm outside. When she came outside, I asked why she turned around, and it came out that she was never even with me. She did not actually walk out with me. She also did not see me when she got out of her stall. This is so crazy because I remember looking at her when I left the bathroom, and she opened the door for me.
Spirits?
That's really creepy. I'm like,
yeah.
Mimic, doppelganger.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
that's really creepy.
If there's one that we've read so far that, like, actually feels glitch in the Matrix, it's this one for me so far. So
yeah. Yeah, these other ones are just kind of, like, weird.
Just, like, strange coincidences.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, I haven't seen anything that's been, like, Bernstein Bears to me, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So we're about 30 minutes in, and I'm about to read my last story.
Okay.
So this is gonna be a shorter episode, unless Ben can get us his story.
Yeah.
So. Oh, fuck.
What?
I don't have the name for this person. Hang on. Now I gotta go find it. Alright. So this one is by Hellcast's Wife.
Okay.
Sure. And it's titled Something Weird.
That was so strange.
Really?
Your watch went off, and I just got an alert on my watch at the exact same time. That's like
a glitch in the Matrix!
It goes, as your day ends, take a moment to be present.
And my phone's like, bitch, bitch, bitch!
It's like, take your medicine.
Take your crazy meds.
It wants you to be present.
I guess so. Anyways, this one's called Something Weird Happened to Us. Any ideas?
Okay.
This one's weird.
Okay.
This was just weird, and they had like 500 edits after where they're like, edit 1, edit 2, edit 3, where they're like responding to these people. I don't know why they didn't reply to their comments, but they just, they made a edit for everyone to read. So.
They didn't want anything to get lost.
Yeah, they were like, fuck that shit. Anyways, so yeah. I've posted this a couple other places, but I haven't got much input on it.
Mm-hmm.
I figured I'd try here. It's taken a while to really put this all together and write it out. At approximately 2:50 p.m. Eastern Time on March 22nd, 2022, my husband and I had the oddest experience you can possibly imagine. We came out of our garage where our office is set up. It opens into the kitchen, and I walked in behind him. He was already at the refrigerator with his back to me, and I was halfway in the kitchen. Without any warning, it felt like something hit me in the back of the thighs. Next thing I know, it was like the world tilted. The floor seemed to have tilted to an almost 90-degree angle, and all I could do was lean forward to keep from falling. At the same time, I noticed my husband lurch forward and grab hold of the fridge. Oh my god, did that even make sense? My voice slurred.
It made sense to me.
Okay. I was concentrating on staying upright, so I only half noticed this. Slowly, After about 30 seconds or so, the floor seemed to fix itself, and I could stand up fully. I saw my husband finally let go of the fridge door, and he turned to me. I was kind of out of breath, but I asked him if he was okay. He said, yeah, but I thought I was going to fall flat on my face there for a minute. I looked at him shocked. I asked him what he meant, and he replied with, it felt like something hit the back of my legs and I was flung forward and I couldn't stand up. It was like the floor was slipping out from me. For several days afterward, we could still feel where something hit us on the back of our legs.
Weird.
Ever since then, things have seemed off. Except for my husband and children and dog are concerned. Once close relationships seem weird. Things we once loved to do, we don't anymore, and have been replaced with other things. It's like a complete 180 degree took place. Or 180. I don't know why they put degree. Any ideas? Glitch in the Matrix? What could that have been that we both experienced at the same time? I remember hearing what sounded like a distant, muffled boom right before as well. Has anyone else experienced anything like this?
Homie, that's because you literally fell into a parallel universe.
Yeah, this one's weird. Like, the fact that everything is weird and off to them now is kind of freaky.
And they could physically feel, like, it happening, and then after effects, like, on their body. That's
so
strange.
Some people said so I'll bring up the edits, all the edits. They had 5 edits. Edits since posting. So they said there's no risk of carbon monoxide poisoning. We had everything checked before we put our office out there in their garage, right? That's what they said. I don't remember. Edit 2. We live in Hamptons Road, Virginia. Yes, there are a lot of military installations here, but the weapons station... Oh, wait. Okay. So, their second edit, they said, we live in Hamptons Road, Virginia. Yes, there are a lot of military installations here, with the weapons station right across the street. But we have no testing places around here. So it couldn't have been them testing, like, bombs or some shit. Edit 3. Hi. I think not. LOL. No edibles, no tokes. We're good.
We're good.
I don't understand how being high would cause both of them to experience something like that.
Well, some people do, like, group trip when you're on, like, LSD or something. But
oh, yeah, maybe that. But not, like, weed.
No.
Edit 4. No earthquakes. We actually checked.
Okay. That was the first thing that came to mind before they, like, started going off on the rest of the strange occurrences that happened. So I'm intrigued about the last one.
I don't even understand this last one.
Okay.
It says, sigh. No saliva was partaken of before or during the course of this event. We wouldn't even know how to get it. What?
I'm confused.
Let me look at the comments now.
Do they mean, like, sativa? I'm lost.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. Like, mushroom is coming up, so I don't know if maybe there's, like, a mushroom
saliva mushroom? I don't know. I really don't. And now I'm like, okay, it's only 40 minutes in. I was so productive that I zoomed through the episode.
What are magic mushrooms and psilocybin?
Oh, psilocybin?
Yeah, maybe it auto-corrected psilocybin to saliva if she absolutely butchered the typing. The spelling of it?
Maybe. Yeah.
Because psilocybin is a hallucinogenic chemical in certain mushrooms that grow in Europe, South America, Mexico, and the United States. And they contain a psilocybin that are known in magic mushrooms.
Magic mushrooms, yeah. That's like the psychedelic mushrooms. The main.
So that's the only thing I can think is that they asked if they were on shrooms.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. That's funny though. I could see shrooms causing something like that.
I could. Like
any kind of psychedelic.
The only other weird explanation that I could think of is like, what is it? It's like that chemical imbalance that you can get like in certain wheat products, in like bread and yeast. It's like a weird chemical reaction, yurt or something like that, and it causes you to hallucinate.
Really?
Yeah, it's what a lot of people think happened in the Salem witch trials. How the girls started feeling all those things was because they were hallucinating because their like bread was tainted. Yeah. I don't know if it's yurt, but it's something like that. And they think that's what happened with all the people in France that danced until they died.
Oh.
So that's the only thing that I could, like, something that they have no control over but just like randomly happened. I don't know. Like they ate some nasty bread or something. Yeah, reply to their feed and ask them if they had bad bread.
Olive Garden. They went to the Olive Garden.
Hold on.
The unlimited breadsticks gave them yurt.
Bread that makes you hallucinate. Ergot. So I was close.
Ergot.
The fungus from which LSD was first synthesized.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So it's found in the rye grain, rye grain, and is a prize choice of health food hipsters.
So
it can give you a hallucinogenic trip.
So I should comment and be like, did y'all eat rye bread?
Rye bread? Did you have like some funky bread? Like you make your own bread? I don't know, but
maybe they made their own rye bread and accidentally made themselves hallucinate.
That's the only thing I can think, man, but it doesn't explain the rest of their weird occurrences. It just explains the whole like trip falling. But
imagine if you're tripping and something bad happens, how that can affect the brain.
Like a strange form of like PTSD or something.
Yeah. Like how they still felt it on the backs of their legs.
Yeah. Kind of like phantom limb syndrome and things like that.
Yeah.
And then they just go as far as like to actually convince themselves that something happened. Who knows?
Yeah, like it's like a psychotic thing.
Yeah.
Not psychotic, but you know,
psychoanalytical, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
No, but that's what that's what I think.
Yeah,
it's my best guess. I'm no scientist. I just consume way too many strange facts from the internet. So
yeah, no, that's really interesting. I would have never thought that eating rye bread would cause a glitch in the Matrix scenario.
Should that be the title?
How rye bread
caused the glitch in the Matrix.
Yes! Absolutely.
I would love if they
clickbait.
I want people to click on this, be so confused for the entire episode, and then get to this last
very
part.
End. They have to listen to the entire episode.
I mean, hey, that is the definition of clickbait. I'm not usually one that's like, let's do clickbait, but that one's too good.
It's too funny. It's too funny. So.
I don't know. That was good. That was a good episode. Really random.
Let's wrap this up. Yes. Really random. So, let's talk about our socials, Katie.
Oh, yes. Those, shall we?
Those things.
I mean, we've picked it up, my friends. Hello, yes, we have. We posted, I think, 3 or 4 times this week on Instagram, Facebook, and the TikTok. And
you posted on TikTok? I haven't even seen it.
No, girl,
I gotta
we
go
posted
look.
on TikTok.
I was gonna say, I saw we had notifications and was like, why?
What's happening? Yeah, no, we've been posting on TikTok and shit's kind of been working a little bit, so.
Let's go!
But
I noticed we got some followers, too. I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
No, it seems like that holiday algorithm and, like, weird thing where everyone's posting and boosting content and things like that is kind of dying down a tiny bit. So, I mean, I don't need to tell you all this. You really don't freaking care. But things are kind of going back to normal on the socials, which is nice. That's the whole point of that. But you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and on Facebook by searching Wading Into the Void or searching at Wading Into the Void, and we will pop up. Pretty freaking good if you ask me. We're also on Discord if you want to come chat with us. Same thing, Wading Into the Void. It'll be linked in the bio of this episode.
Always linked. And the link never expires, by the way. Sometimes they do. These do not ever
But
expire.
not these ones.
Not these ones.
And you know another link that's not going to expire? Because we have to pay for the domain. Our website.
Our website.
www.wadingintothevoid.com.
Ah! We have a website!
We have a website!
And a domain that we pay for! And it also links directly to our merch shop.
Yes.
Which we have merch, guys. It's crazy. It's so fucking crazy to me. Like, we're still very small, but
yes,
we have some things that are just so iconic that
they're
need
great.
them.
Who doesn't love a good ice pick lobotomy?
Exactly. Exactly. And that's from, like, episode 1.
Literally episode 1.
Literally.
But I made the design cute, so it's not, like, garish. The ice pick's, like, kind of the afterthought, but it's kind of cute. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I like it. I love it. I love it. So, what else do we have?
You have to tell people about supporting this podcast if they don't want to follow us on social media.
Yeah, because if I'm ever gonna manifest that I'm gonna be self-employed by the end of 2023, I need y'all to come and support us.
Yes!
And you can do that by... We have a Patreon, which we don't actually use. But
I guess still donate.
If you want to donate on Patreon, all you have to do is search our name. We are the only ones that come up because our name is so fucking unique and awesome.
Yes.
And always linked at the bottom of our Spotify and Anchor episode. We have a link to support us on Anchor. You can directly donate to us. I think you can choose how much you donate, or you can do a tier. And literally $1 goes a long way. Like,
it does.
Seriously, we could use $1 to go towards something.
Sharing posts on social media, boosting them, getting the word out more. We could pay for actual advertisements. We could upgrade the equipment for this podcast. It could go towards tickets to going to paranormal investigations. It could do so much. You don't even know.
You don't know. But we would greatly appreciate it. And if you decide, oh, you know what? I don't have enough money right now. I can't donate to you guys. Share anything that we post.
Yes.
Share our podcast episodes with people who you think may like us, because sharing and word of mouth is what's really going to get us out there.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. And if you care for us, share.
We care for all of you. That's
exactly. Like, I literally cry when I see, like, one person has listened to something. Like,
or
I'm like,
follow us.
just like, one person makes me cry. I'm like, wow, somebody's actually supporting something that we're putting our souls into.
And we really are, like.
Yeah.
No, but I just remember when we first started this show, when we were like, we're so excited! We finally hit 50 followers! Or, for example, we hit 13 followers on Friday the 13th! And now we're just like, we hit 750 followers! And, like, the excitement has not stopped or changed whatsoever. We can't get over the fact that people want to listen to us talk about spooky stuff and creepy stuff, and it's just fun. It's exciting.
It's crazy. So, without further ado, let me sign you all off with an outro that I wrote myself that I don't have to rely on Katie for.
Which, damn, she was on her shit today, okay? Intro and outro.
Seriously.
You can't ask for more.
So, always remember and never, ever, ever, never forget the Matrix exists. There's multiple versions of yourself. And if you ever notice that something's missing, don't fret. That shit is just taking a trip through the multiverse. And we'll be back at some point.
Except the socks in your dryer. They're not coming back.
They're never coming back. Bye.
Bye, everyone.